Happy Saturday, guys. I'm going to start out with a question today. So, what does this empty egg carton and this little truck, well, it's not little, this truck, little dump truck, what did they have in common? What do these two things have in common? If you guessed these are toys that my child plays with, you would be correct. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Most people would not guess that this would be a toy in my house. But I bet if you've got kids at home, this is a toy at your house. Almost guaranteed. Is it because I just let my kid play in the trash? Is that why? Is it because I don't buy my kid toys? Is this why my kid's just playing with empty seasoning bottles? Is this why? No. It's because this is what kids do. Most parents who are going to watch this or you're going to share this with are going to be like, oh my goodness, that is true. You buy these kids all these toys every Christmas. Grandma and grandpa and auntie and uncle and cousins and everybody buys them all these toys and his birthday and this and that. Just toys, 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 toys. And then guess what? They playing with the empty seasoning bottles. They playing with an egg carton. They're playing with my Tupperware. They're playing with a pot. They're playing with a pan. They're playing with a stick they found outside or some random rock somewhere. And we spend all this money on these toys. They're just so spoiled. I bet you anything, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have said this or somebody you know has said almost exactly verbatim what I just said. Why? Why do we say that? Why do we all know it's true and yet it's still happening? We all know at every holiday, kids don't need as many things as we buy them. They don't need all the toys and all the batteries and all the stimulation and all the lights and all the sounds and all of this and all of that. Why do we still do it? Because we know they're going to play with this. I'm just not anymore. I say anymore. I'm just not. We just don't. I've not had a lot of Christmases with Victor or birthdays with Victor. Just one so far. Almost two. And we're just not like that. We just don't want to. I don't want to do it. I don't want to get into it. I've got a small house. I ain't got room for him to be toys, 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 toys. I just don't. Look, Mommy ain't got room for all her toys, okay? Daddy ain't got room for all his toys. So, Victor best not think that he's the most important person here. And he gets more room than everybody else. And, should we have another person, we could have room for their stuff too. So, part of the reason we limit and we make different choices in toys and gifts and things for Victor is partially space. I think sometimes we get into a mindset that we need a bigger house to fit more things. We don't have enough room in this house. So you get a bigger house and then you're like, there's so much room here. It's so amazing. And then you fill it with stuff and you have no room. And you say, we just need a bigger house. I cannot tell you how many times I've been watching, these home improvement shows and we just don't have any room. And then when they get rid of bulky furniture and they start getting rid of half of what they own, oh, there's so much room in here. I have learned that in my own house as I have changed the way we have furniture and what kind of furniture and where we put things and whatever. I have learned that as we scale back, I don't need like a full gallon size bag of pens. I don't need that many pens and pencils. I just don't. I mean, it's 2018. I do write with a pen, and Adam uses pencils, but not as much as we use our phones or our computers, okay? So, I don't need all of that. So, one thing that has kind of influenced this is just we don't have the space. The second thing is that we want to not just value things, we want to value experiences. And I've read some articles about this, and I have talked to my friends who have read great articles and things about this, and just have really encouraged me. One of my friends said, instead of spending a lot of money on big gifts for, my anniversary. I want to go have an experience with my spouse. We want to go somewhere we've never been, try something we've not tried, do something we've never done before. And I think that's amazing. And that has really inspired me to be more conscientious to what I give people or what I give my son. So one example is, for Christmas, I asked my parents to send us money for us to buy him swim lessons. He's now taking those swim lessons. So for Christmas, he got swim lessons. Now, on Christmas morning, he did not have a thing to open that was that. So we bought him swim diapers. We knew he was going to have swim diapers. So we bought him some swim diapers and wrapped those up. And he opened them and had a great time opening them. And we got to try to explain to my 1.5-year-old that he's going to take swim classes. He now is taking those and is having a great time. It was an experience. He didn't need another thing to fill the house, to play with. He's got lots of really fun empty seasoning jars to play with, okay? And so that was one way that we switched out. Instead of filling our house with more toys, instead of trying to keep up with everybody, keep up with the Joneses, as they say, instead of trying to keep up with everybody and try to be like, oh, they got their kid this. Oh, I gotta get Victor something really big and really cool like that. Or whenever we go over to their house, Victor really likes this toy. We should really try to get that. Guess what? Chances are your kid really likes it at somebody else's house, and if it was at your house, he wouldn't play with it. That's just, I think a lot of parents would identify with that. And so we just don't. We go and enjoy it at our friend's house, and it's lots of fun, and I'm very, very grateful for my friends having really cool things. I have a backyard. That's probably the coolest thing that I have. And most of my friends have backyards, so my backyard's not as cool. But I have found that, I want to get him involved in other activities outside. I want him to enjoy making memories outside and being in fresh air and dirt and water, and he loves all of that. There's no toys that we need for that. We have a bucket and a little shovel, and it was like $1. I didn't break the bank, and we play with that. Or we just go and pick up sticks, and there's a puddle next door in our neighbor's driveway, and we hit the stick in the water and we throw the rocks in there, and now he has rain boots, so now we run through it, and we run through a puddle. There are alternatives to just buying a toy and just putting more batteries in things and doing all of that. Toys are great, and I don't want people to think that I don't appreciate toys and I don't love them. But I want to be more thoughtful and intentional about the things that are in my house and are in his life and that we let him play with. I'm not trying to sound like some hippie, crunchy granola mom who's like, we should just play with the environment and outdoors but I am a little bit like that because it's great. My kid watches Netflix probably as much as lots of other kids, or more than a lot of other kids. We watch movies and we play games and we do all of that stuff. Like, he has cool toys, but you know what else he loves? He loves this. He loves this right here. This is a guest book that I started for Victor. All the places he went and people he met. And, I still keep up with it. People that he met later. And you know what? He loves to look at this. That's a toy at our house. Guys, you can get pictures of your kid and print them out and put them into a photo album. You don't have to have a fancy little instant camera. Go and print your pictures. Go get them printed and put them in something that they can hold. And they'll sit and look at it. And they'll love it. You can write grandma and they'll have a picture of their grandma. And this is really special because some of these people aren't really around us very often. They're not really with us very frequently. And that's another way to You can give a child something that they can really cherish and love and play with, but it doesn't have to break the bank. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be, it can be anything really. It doesn't really have to be much anything. They can be happy with it, especially if you sit with them. Victor likes when I sit with him and picture, and he'll ask for certain pictures of certain people. And it's really, really special. Those are memories that he gets to have when he's older, and they already mean something to him. Another thing my kid really likes is this. Now, this is going to hurt your eyes, but this is a light. You can it's got magnets on it. It's got came with sticky stuff, so you can stick it in a closet. If you don't have a light in your closet, you can use this. In love with this. In love with this. This isn't even a kid's toy. We had to tape the battery thing shut because it was always popping off. This is just something fun, and he loves it. He loves his alphabet letters. So, really, this is me giving a few examples of things that we let our kid play with, and we play with our kid, and how we play at our house. But playing is learning for kids. So, what are you teaching them? What are they learning? Do they need lots of batteries and lots of lights and lots of sounds and lots of stuff happening really quickly all the time? Do they have to have music? Does it have to move? Does it have to, or can it be natural? Can it just be quiet? Can it be slow? What are we teaching them in the play, in the time that we're playing together? Thinking about doing this video made me think and really reflect on some of these things and really hope for more as Victor grows and keeps developing. That I want to learn more. I want to educate myself more, and so I can keep. I don't want to say pushing because I don't want to push him, but keep encouraging him, keep moving him forward in what we're learning as we're playing, because he has so much fun. And so what have I maybe not yet done as play? What things have we not really touched on yet in play and interacting, and what toys are we kind of missing? What kinds of things can we do? I want to find more of what he's bent towards and what he enjoys, and maybe I can find some really great toys for that. He really, really loves the outdoors, adores it. So sticks and rocks are good, and those are outside, so I just gotta take him outside. The rain boots was a great investment, but I hope that this was kind of just something to kind of think about. I'm not anti-toy. I think you should buy your kids toys. I think you should have fun with it, but be thoughtful about what you buy them. Be intentional and encourage the other people in their life to do the same. And by encourage, I mean tell them. Just tell them. Just be upfront. Be like, listen, I don't need no more of this kind of stuff. This is what we want to see. Make a memory. Don't buy them something for their birthday. Just say, I'm taking you to the zoo. This is your birthday present. And go to the zoo with them. Have a day with them. And make memories. Take pictures. And then print out the picture and put it in the room and be like, remember when you went to the zoo with grandma? And then it's something really special. So parents, be upfront about, what you want to see, what your intentions are with play and teaching your kids and learning with them, and share that with your family and the people that are close to you and close to your child. So buy toys and have fun, but maybe don't buy a bunch of toys and fill up your house and then think I need a bigger house, or to call your kids spoiled because they have too many toys. Okay? So share this with some wonderful people you love, some aunties, some uncles, some grandmas, some nanas, some grandpas, whatever you call those people in your life. Share this with them so that, maybe create some really great dialogue, guys. I hope this was a really encouraging and thought-provoking video for you. I can't wait to see you guys next week, and I'll see you then.